So I come to an end. The food for stocks I was mentioning, so we have several lists of attempts, and in many cases not many good results, or at least mixed. And so the big question is, why should countries start really introducing or trying to upgrade their RIA systems? What is RIA for, and what kind of RIA for whom? These questions are sometimes asked by the countries, and very rarely they really try to answer them. And also, RIA is seldomly part of a more comprehensive strategy for reform at the beginning. It's something that either has been introduced, but there was nothing complementary, or it has to be upgraded, but the other elements are not considered. And so there is a little awareness of that potential spillover mechanism that I was describing before with the arrows, that says that if you have a good RIA system, you can kind of can reorganize, and you should reorganize the public administration. And also, so this comes the question from the consultant, but also from the person interested in the intellectual discussion. How can you then prompt this kind of reasoning and improve the chances, increase the chances of success of these reforms? One way could be to have a sort of checklist, a standard criteria. Is more or less the OECD approach that says we have our principle, and we try to have the country redesign its public administration, its architecture, institutional architecture according to what we have. And so there is a sort of normative approach to that. And the other approach is something that I think also with Claudio it is taking more ground, is to try to look at the underlying condition, the mechanism, the variables that explain why certain times RIA works in given context and not in others, or other elements can influence the results. And I gave the example again of the Commission and the Germany. This is my slide, last slide. And we see when I talking about this underlying mechanism or thinking, we can say that RIA in the European Commission was the result of quite sustained external pressure from member states, from business, but also it came at a crossroad of I call them macro political streams, where the Lisbon strategy, the sustainable development strategy, and the European governance concerns. So RIA had to respond, and was a response for different sets of problems. By contrast, in Germany, the RIA debate was also always internally driven. It was not even the political class, but it was the public administration, that some spheres or some circles in the public administration that were driving the discourse. Another mechanism that helped promote impact assessment in the European Commission, the fact that the different DGs have a tradition of controlling themselves, of competing between themselves, whereas in Germany, at least in the Bundesregierung, so in the federal government, the ministries are more or less independent. Well, they are relatively independent or autonomous in managing their dossiers, and there is a not in my backyard idea that, so if you don't come and disturb me in what I'm doing, I don't do the same to you. So this interaction is much different. In Germany, you have a relatively weak center. The chancellery is relatively weak compared to the main ministries. In the European Union and the European Commission, sorry, at the beginning of 2002, the Secretary General started its way to find a new role, moving away from just being a sort of greffier à la française, and be more a coordinator role and even a policy driver, like it is more now the case for better regulation. So the fact that the European Commission chose to have the integrated impact assessment with the three different dimensions integrated into the tool increased the social legitimacy. The way the stakeholders saw the tool was much more and much better accepted than the approach in Germany, where it is an inward-looking, it's just an internal bureaucratic tool. Which is not communicated that much. And so, as a result, the development of the tool in the European Commission has been comprehensive, trying to integrate as much as possible, include the different dimensions and open up impact assessment consultation, so making a tool for a platform around which the preparatory stage can unfold. Whereas the development in Germany, I think it has been narrowing, especially in the recent year with the standard cost model and the particular emphasis on the administrative burden reduction. The creation, for instance, of an oversight body was only possible because the Normal Control Act was actually checking only the administrative burden, administrative costs, and not other dimensions. So this kind of reasoning, I think it's interesting both academically and also for a consulting perspective, is more than just trying to apply the checklist and the principle that everybody can agree with. I think they're not confrontational, they're not in doubt, but maybe they are not enough to have the keys to unlock the situations in reality. This is what I wanted to throw to the